Well, hello, Jeremy's Place, and welcome to Health Talk with Boomshock. If this is your first time meeting me, my name is Stephanie Boomshock Jones. I am a certified personal trainer, a diabetes prevention coach, a licensed massage therapist, and a community health and wellness ambassador. And today I'm going to be sharing some health and wellness tips that you can sprinkle into your lifestyle. All right, so these things that we're going to cover today, if you want to go ahead and grab a piece of paper and a pen to jot these things down, it will be helpful for you because these are things that you may have known but probably forgot about, or you just need a little refresher or some more examples to help you do better on your health and wellness journey. Okay, so again, I'm going to cover these tips. We're going to go over five health and wellness tips for you to incorporate, okay? So the first tip that I'm going to introduce to you is hydration. Now, you remember I said that some of the things that I'm going to talk about is going to be a reminder. So I know that you're already aware about making sure that we're drinking a good amount of water. Water is very important to our daily regimen. Our bodies are made up over 70% of water. So we want to make sure that we are hydrating, we're flushing those organs, we're flushing toxins and things out of our bodies. But let me put this disclaimer in here. Anything that we are doing, you definitely want to consult with your physician because there are certain things that may work better for one, not as much for another. So some people are not able to get in as much water because of different health conditions or challenges they may be experiencing. So anything that you're about to do, I would definitely recommend and suggest that you consult your physician to make sure that certain things, it works okay with where you are on your health and wellness journey. But hydration is still very important. Now, the amount of water that you can get in, that's where we have a little bit of a more of a consultant with your physician, because the overall amount that you can get in, you want to say as a minimum, I want you to take your weight and divide it in half. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you divide that in half, that's 75 ounces. So you want to have a minimum of 75 ounces of water on a daily basis. So now this right here is 16.9 ounces of water. Okay, so if you're 150 pounds, you have to get in 75 ounces of water. How many of these do we have to get in? So 20, 40, 60, 80, a little less than 4 of these. That's what you want to get in. Now, let's say that you use one of these. And this is one of those big old Yeti thermos things. So this right here is 64 ounces. So if you have one of these and then maybe one of these, then you have covered how much water you can get in for the day. Now, the reason that I showed this is because sometimes drinking water can be overwhelming. And when you drink one bottle of water, the thought of going to get another bottle and another bottle and another bottle, you lose track. But if you have something where you can put all of the water in there and just go ahead and sip on it throughout the day, you can definitely have more water throughout the day. Okay, so find what works best for you and your best way of getting in your water and stick with that. But hydration is very, very key to our daily life. Okay, number 2, eating a well-balanced meal. Now, I know we hear it all the time. Well-balanced meal. Make sure you're eating a well-balanced meal. All right, so this right here is wonderful. Have you heard of My Plate? So this right here, it gives you a breakdown of the things to put on your actual plate. So we have fruit, we have vegetables, we have protein, we have grains. And then we're going to act like I have some dairy right here, like a cup of milk or something like that, or 2% milk, lactate or something like that. But that's what you would call well balanced. Now, when it comes to eating healthier, remember this: too much of anything can be bad for you. Have you ever said, oh, I eat a lot of fruit. I eat a lot of fruit throughout the day. Okay, having fruit is definitely good. I mean, it's on here. It's something that we want to eat. But if we are eating a whole lot of fruit and not enough of other things, then what's going to happen is our bodies is not going to be able to process all of that sugar that you are taking in, because even though it is a natural sugar, it's still sugar. So we don't want to consume too much of anything, which is why well balanced is very important and very key. All right. Now, also, when it comes to your vegetables and your grains, when it comes to grains, it's like, okay, well, what type of things can I eat that's a grain? You can have some quinoa. You can have some barley. You can have some oatmeal, so there are different whole grains that you want to incorporate into your diet, as well as your vegetables. Let's say that you're a smoothie person, but you're not getting a lot of vegetables in. A smoothie or a shake is a good way to throw some vegetables in there. You can put your spinach in there or your kale, in addition to the fruits that you're going to have in your smoothie. And that helps you to get closer to being well balanced with your meals, right? So well balanced meals is very, very important. So in addition to, number one, your hydration, drinking your water, you want to make sure that you are getting a well balanced diet in. Eating across the board, having all of the colors on your plate. All right, so that's number two. Then number three, physical activity. Now remember, I said that these are going to be some reminders for some, because you already know these things and we just need a little refresher. So when it comes to that physical activity can be it can be one of those things where it's just like, well, I just don't have time. I don't have time to do that. Or I'm too tired. Or I don't want to. Right? But physical activity is so important because it helps you to increase your endurance. It helps you to expand those lungs. It helps your heart to be able to pump more fluidly. Physical activity is something that we all need. And guess what? It also releases wonderful positive endorphins to put you in such a good mood. Have you ever worked out and after the workout, you feel like you could take over the world? Or you're just so excited and happy and, that's not how it affects you. Well, it actually probably does. You probably just never paid attention to it, because physical activity, it helps to release wonderful positive endorphins to sprinkle. It's sprinkling out into your body and it helps you to feel good. It's like the happy hormone. Okay. So physical activity, when it comes to getting in your physical activity, you want to stay maybe 150 minutes in a week. A whole 7 days. Can you get in 150 minutes? That's about 30 minutes, 5 days a week. 30 minutes. What about if you can get in 20 minutes? So then if you're doing 20 minutes in over 7 days, you can do that, right? But 150 minutes is the amount of time that's a good goal to push for to get in some physical activity. That helps you to get that heart pumping, get those lungs expanding, breathing in some fresh air, really releasing those positive endorphins. And you'll notice that your mood is going to change and you're going to be a happy camper. Okay? All right. So that is number 3. Number 4. You writing this stuff down? Okay, so number 4 is self-care time. What does that look like? Self-care is really anything that you enjoy. It's your chance and your time to let go, to get into your lane, get into your zone, get into your happy place. So now for me, my self-care time is roller skating. I love to roller skate. That's my fun. Okay. Another thing that I like to do, and y'all don't laugh at me when I show you this, But my other thing that I like to do is color. I love coloring. I will get some crayons, find me a nice little picture, and I'll just color. That is my thing. It's a nice way to relax. It's a nice way to let my mind go and just be present. So self-care time is very important. Think about some things that you enjoy doing. Do you like drawing? Do you like sewing, crochet? What about those seek and find word puzzles or your crossword puzzles? Those are all things that can really help with self-care time, allowing you to just be, okay? Now, the next one is rest. Getting a good amount of rest throughout the week. A lot of us aren't going to sleep, especially if we're so engaged in social media and we have our phone and we're laying down, but we still have our phone in our hands and we're scrolling and looking and scrolling and, oh, we thought of this. Oh, let me Google blah, blah, blah. Oh, next thing you know, now we're reading articles. We're on YouTube. We reading, watching videos, and then we jump on Pinterest, and then we're doing, now you were supposed to be going to sleep, but because we had our devices with us, we didn't get the amount of rest that we could have gotten. So having some rest and downtime is very, very important. Now, when it comes to your rest, you might not be able to get in 8 hours of sleep. If you're able to get in 8 hours of sleep, that is wonderful, amazing, and good. So let's say that you are a 4-hour person. How many of you actually only get in 4 hours of sleep that night? Okay, so if that is you, let's see, can we increase that by 30 minutes, maybe even an hour? And you're like, okay, well, Boom Shock, how am I supposed to do that? Because I'm already pulled in all kind of directions. I'm making sure I take care of this. I make sure I'm doing this. I can't get in more sleep. Well, a lot of times it's just a matter of just shutting down and actually allowing yourself to go to bed, because when you wake up, you are more refreshed. You are in a better mode, mental status, or mental mindset to deal with things, deal with situations that might be in front of you. You're happier, you're less sluggish. So when you give yourself more time to get that rest, that's allowing your body to stop. It's allowing your body to recharge. It's allowing your body to rest. Your body is taking care of a lot on a daily basis. And to give it some time to recharge is very, very important. When we're nice to our bodies are nice to us. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go back over these tips. So just in case you missed some of them. Number 1, the first thing that we want to make sure that we're doing is hydrating. Hydration is one of the easiest things that we can do on a daily basis. One of the easiest things. Remembering to drink some water. Remember I said I put mine all into this little thermos thing. It helps me to get in my water on a more consistent basis, on a daily basis, more consistently. So take your body weight, divide it in half. That's the minimum amount of ounces of water that you want to consume. But again, as I mentioned before, you want to consult your physician to make sure that the amount of water that comes out to is okay and suffice for you, because a lot of us are at different places and stages for health reasons. So certain amount of water, it might be too much. Okay. So getting in your water, hydration. Number 2, eating a well-balanced meal. Well-balanced. Remember I showed you the plate. You see all those little colors on there? So this is the things that you want to have on your plate, okay? There's also some dairy. I don't have the little cup, so we're going to act like this is dairy right here, okay? Some people have challenges with getting in dairy. You can get a dairy substitute. So you don't want milk, but you can have almond milk. They're all different types of substitutes and things that we can partake in to still help us to live and be at a good, healthier status, okay? So getting in your fruits and your vegetables, your grains and your protein, all right? So I challenge you, if you're not having a well-balanced meal, let's get back to that. All right, now actually I want to go ahead and put this in here too. Having a well-balanced meal also means cut back on the processed foods. Now, processed foods is a challenge, right? Because sometimes it's all about the convenience and being quick, and I have to go ahead and get this done, so I'm gonna throw this microwave dinner in, or I'm gonna stop at the fast food place and run through the drive-through because I'm short on time. So a lot of the things that we're doing, we're eating processed. Well, the one thing about processed foods is that there's not a good amount of nutritional value in it. So when we're eating these foods and they are processed, they're filling us up, but your body's not able to use all that it is giving, okay? So your body's going to take in what it needs, and then the rest of it is just going to let it sit. And so when things sit, then that's when we start increasing our weight, and you notice that your waistline is getting a little bigger. You notice that your clothes are fitting a little more snug. You notice when you step on the scale, it's saying something that it didn't say last week, and you're like, well, what happened? Let's pay attention to how much processed foods we're eating, or how well balanced are our meals. All of us, we can all make some type of adjustments and changes and improvements to do better and to be better. So I challenge you, if you find that you are eating a lot of processed things, let's cut back on it. Even if you cut back on a week, you'll probably notice a change either in your clothes, on the scale, in your mood, and the amount of rest you're getting. Are you feeling sluggish? Are you feeling more energized? Pay attention to how you're eating and seeing if you are eating based on the plate and the colors, okay? All right, number three is getting active. Physical activity on a regular basis. Now, you remember I said 150 minutes as a minimum over a week's time. So what does 150 minutes look like? That's about 30 minutes of activity 5 days a week. Now that activity, what's some things that we can do for physical activity? We can get out and walk. You can do, if you have stairs in your home and you're able to walk up and down your stairs comfortably, you can do some stairs. You can walk around your home. Let's say cleaning up can actually turn into a workout, okay? Yard work. Do you have any kind of sport that you like to play? Do you like to play some tennis? What about racquetball or workout videos? Actually, if you check in with some more of these other videos with Jeremy's Place, there's a chair workout as well as some stretches and things that you can incorporate into your routine to help with increasing and improving your physical activity. Okay, so 150 minutes as a minimum. If you don't get there, guess what? That's okay. It's a start. Everyone starts somewhere, but you can always build on it. Okay? All right, so we got the physical activity in. Number 4, self-care time. Allowing yourself to disconnect, to do something that you enjoy doing. I said that one of mine was my coloring book. I get excited about coloring, and my other outlet is roller skating. Those are my 2 things that I really enjoy doing. Find something that you enjoy doing. If it's sewing, if it's doing seeking finds, if it's gardening, some type of thing, just so you can allow yourself to be with self, relax, recharge, and just be. Okay, so find something that you can enjoy so that you can have some self-care time. And then the last one is rest. Going to bed. Not laying in bed with your phone or with your computer or with your iPad, tablet, or whatever electronic device you may have. No, but actually laying down, shutting down, and allowing your body to rest. Go to sleep. Because I'm sure you can find 30 minutes, if not an hour, of extra time that you can add to your sleep schedule. And when you wake up, you'll be more recharged. You won't feel as sluggish. You will be more alert, more aware of what's going on around you. You might be in a better mood. So if you find that you might be a little snappy, think about how much sleep you've gotten. Have you gotten enough sleep? Okay. So you want to make sure that you're allowing your body a chance to rest, relax, recharge, because it's dealing with you all day long. The least you can do is allow it to rest, right? Okay, so those are 5 helpful tips, which I hope they're helpful for you. They might be reminders for some that you can incorporate into your healthier lifestyle so that you're either maintaining or you're adding to it. So hopefully those are tips that you can utilize. I definitely thank you for your time. Thank you for clicking on this link. I look forward to connecting with you all soon. Excuse me. As I said, I am Stephanie Boomshock Jones, and I look forward to connecting soon. Boom.